Good evening, welcome to the real world. Afreilach and Chanukah Tavshin Pei Aleph, and what a special Chanukah it is. Reb Nosson was the most famous and the prime Talmud of Reb Nachman Breslov, and he was the one who was responsible for keeping the teachings, the Torah of Reb Nachman alive, and keeping the Hasidim together. And after Reb Nachman's Patira, he wanted to build the Kleis, a shul, a central gathering place for Breslov Hasidim, so that they could continue to gather together and say over the Rebbe's Torah and sing the Rebbe's Nagunim to keep the Rebbe's way of life alive. And it was very hard to get money, and he went around collecting money. And there was a Yid over there, a poor Malamed, who gave him 2 rendelach. It wasn't a huge sum of money, but for this Yid, it was everything he had in the world. It was his life savings. 2 rendelach from the Malamed. That was all he had. He had been saving it up, and he gave it to Reb Nosson. He said, "Here, build the kleis where we could keep the Rebbe's fire alive, keep the Rebbe's fire burning." And Reb Nosson would go fundraise from wealthy people and from prominent people, and he would tell them that this Malamed, with nothing, gave me his life savings, 2 rendelach. And they were very inspired by the sacrifice of this Yid. So they responded generously. They saw that he's building something over here that comes from the heart. And eventually, the kleis was built. And Reb Nosson spoke when the kleis was finally built. And he said, "You know who built this kleis? That Malamed with his 2 rendelach. Because with his 2 rendelach, he inspired others." But Reb Nosson was saying something so much deeper. He was saying, he gave me his nefesh. He gave me his soul. He gave me his essence. He gave me his heart. Because he gave me everything he had. Mesiras nefesh is a very mistranslated term. People understand it as sacrifice. Mesiras nefesh means mesira, to give over, and nefesh means will. Like Avram told Ephraim, right? By bearing Sarah, im yesh es nafshechem. He wants to be the Ephraim. If you have the will to do so, Rashi says over there, Mesiras nefesh means to give over what you want. You want to do one thing, the Rebbe Shalom wants another thing, and you give up what you want for what he wants. Chanukah is about Mesiras nefesh. If you say the Hiratzins before Adlakas Ner Chanukah, you talk about the Mesiras nefesh of the Chashmei Noy Uvan, of the Mesiras nefesh of the Tzaddikim through the generations. And we try to tap into that Mesiras nefesh every year. This year, we're there. Baruch Hashem, every single one of us in some way over the last year was Meister Nefesh. We did something hard. Maybe it was you or your children, or maybe you're a teacher who went and taught kids in a basement or on the phone or on Zoom one day when it was impossible, but we have to learn Torah. Maybe you went outside to daven in this city where I live in Montreal. We definitely had a lot of minyanim in the snow and in wind and in fierce conditions, but we say, I'm not going to daven inside. Maybe you didn't go to the shul, even though you really wanted to go to shul, because it wasn't a healthy, safe, mandated thing to do at that time. So you had to stay home and daven alone. And that was your Mesiras nefesh. But the Rebbe Shalom put us in a matzav over the last month where every single one of them got to be Meiser nefesh to give up what we want to do for his values, for what he wants from us. We were all Meiser nefesh. This year we could sing Sha'as Nisim Laveseinu by Yomim Haim Bizman Hazah Fe'elach Chanukah.